Hi YouTube, this is Sasha and Alicia with Chat Tea.
We are two best friends living in two different states that chat all things 90 Day Fiancé and all things Bravo. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification so you don't miss a single episode and hear what we're talking about.
Yay! Alright guys, so today we are reviewing the last episode of season 1 of Darcey and Stacey. Yay, we made it! We made it through. This is episode 10.
Last episode and hopefully last season.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have faith in this season getting renewed, but I don't know. Darcey has a lot of fans out there, and I'm sure Stacey does now too. And now that they're coupled up, I mean, everyone's going to want to see if Darcey actually... Spoiler alert, guys. If y'all haven't watched it, which you should have if you're watching this, Darcey got engaged. So, everyone's going to want to know if Darcey actually made it to the altar.
I think if they do anything else with this sister, twin, whatever, I think it'll be a bridal special. Like it'll be
that would be fun.
A little mini series of them planning the wedding, going through with it, all the drama, I should walk down the aisle.
The Bridezilla, yeah.
The Bridezilla, yep. I could see that happening because I feel like it's going to be a double wedding and they're going to do it because of TV. Because technically Stacey's already married.
That's a good point. Because they just had their little in the room thing. They still want a big one too.
So I feel like it will end up being possibly a double wedding or at least a double reception.
Oh, those poor men. They
chose it. I have no.
Well, I mean, they did and they didn't. Like Florian, Georgie, he chose Darcey, and but Florian, poor guy, he just wanted Stacey. He didn't want Darcey too.
He just showed an emotion.
He just doesn't have a choice, the poor thing.
No.
All right, well, let's get into it. So, episode 10. This one is called Trouble in Paradise. Yeah. So, isn't it always in Darcey's life? We start off with Stacey and Florian, and they're in their little micro apartment, and they are packing, and they're going to go on a little mini moon. Since it's COVID, they can't actually have the real beachy, beautiful tropical vacation they want. So they are going to just take a little tiny vacation, and they're going to head over to, what'd they say? Oh, Rhode Island. Rhode Island.
If you can't go to Miami, Rhode Island's the next best thing, apparently.
I mean, yeah, what can you do? And they can get to Miami later. They can get to a tropical beach maybe next year. After their real fancy wedding. I feel like that would be a good time to do than the real honeymoon. So at the same time, Stacey's also explaining to us that she's cried all the tears she can cry over Florian. And she's done worrying about the whole infidelity thing. And she's ready to forgive, forget, move on, and for them to be able to start enjoying their lives as a married couple. So, so they're going to Rhode Island. Stacey also tells us that Rhode Island does hold a little bit of a special place in her heart because when her and her sister were little, her dad would take them there for summers all the time and visit. So there is a reason why she picked Rhode Island. So that's sweet.
That is true.
That is sweet. It seems like you'd have a good time there. Let's see. So they get in the car, the trip's underway, and it wouldn't be the same without some sparkly diamond lip gloss on your lips. So Stacey says, "Hey, honey, could you get my lip gloss? I need it. It's in my bag. And he's like, okay, he reaches for it. He goes to hand it to her, and she's puckers up, no, I'm...
Okay, I would never ask my man to put it on for me.
While you're driving.
Second of all, I can clearly, if I was driving right now, here's my steering wheel, I can clearly...
Use one hand to steer, exactly.
Hey, I needed some too.
I mean...
Mine's not sparkly, though.
I don't know, maybe she was thinking, there's a camera on me, I gotta be a good driver, 10 and 2, hands on the wheel, I should not be putting on makeup. But let me be distracted by my husband putting it on for me while I lean awkwardly over.
100%. Okay, so this is where with this episode, y'all, I get very cringy with this. But here's my thing. This is where this first part of the the show, I couldn't. I almost did not want to watch it because it was so gripping for straws. And I think that's what this was. I think it was just like, oh, hey, why don't you just put it on for me? Because we got to do something. No one wants to see me put it on. So let's make it a little different and have you do it and look confused as always.
although honestly, that probably just was them. And in like however long, many hours of that car ride, that was the only thing that happened that was even remotely funny to put in to the episode.
Very true.
I mean, I don't know. How long is it?
It was kind of quiet. It was a quiet ride.
Yeah, and she even was like, she wanted him to be like pumped up and be in a chatterbox with her. And newsflash, do you not know who you married? Because he is not a chatterbox. And I'm sorry, when I'm in a long car ride too, I mean, yes, sometimes, especially if I haven't seen my friend or whoever I'm with for a while, I'm going to chatter the whole way. But if I live with this person and I've been trapped in a micro apartment with them for the past however many months, I probably am not going to have a lot of new information to say, and I'm just going to want to relax in the car and stare out the window or just chill. Like, I don't need to be talking every second of the car ride.
No, you don't need to be talking. However, if you're on a road trip, because it's obviously a few hours, right? So I think I can't remember how many, if they said or whatnot, but you guys, share with us, what are your road trip activities? Like, why didn't we get little, like, fun carpool karaoke going on, or a game?
God. Could you imagine him singing carpool karaoke?
I would rather see him do that than putting on glossy lipstick.
Well, look, I would love to see him do it.
Straight up watching it.
If he would ever do it, that's a whole nother issue. But I would love to see it.
Like, how much, like, if you're thinking if you want to give the camera something, like, sing along, whatever, and
he does not care about giving the camera anything. He is being held hostage on this reality TV show. He does not care about it at all. Like, Georgie is probably like, yeah, I could probably get some more clients and some more modeling jobs. Florian is just like, oh, for the love of God, I just wanted to marry you and like be done with it and move to America.
He wanted a quiet life.
He did.
He wants to live in a quaint town in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And do with what they do. Like,
sorry, buddy. You wanted a quiet life. You should have stayed home. So.
Yep.
Oh, also, well, right after he puts on the lip gloss, then did you notice like the air vents or like the hair's flying and like the extensions are like stuck on it?
Oh my God.
Oh, it was so funny. It was so good. Okay, so they're driving and I'm thinking, this is awesome. This is cute. They're going to get to go away and have like a little mini moon, and that's going to be great for them. Never did I imagine that they were going to invite another couple on their mini moon. So while they're driving, Stacey mentions that she hopes there's no drama when Darcey gets there. And I'm just like, whoa, hold up. Wait, what? Darcey's coming on your mini moon?
100%. I knew it was going to happen.
This should be exciting. I mean, I guess I should have known, but I just didn't even think about it, especially since they were in the car by themselves. It wasn't like all four of them, like, you know, oh, we're here to pick you up, you know. So, I mean, but hey, what could go wrong? I'm sure it'll be a totally positive experience with Darcey around.
I don't know. I might have slept through it.
There won't be any tears at all. None.
Yep.
Florian, as always, looks as excited as I feel about this new information. Poor guy.
Yes, I've related to Florian more during this season than anyone else.
So what my thoughts on this were, poor Florian, you know, he really did not want this sister wife Darcey. However, he is on thin ice because of the cheating scandal, so his punishment is Darcey overload.
Darcey.
Sorry, buddy. You did it to yourself. So now we're on the road with Darcey and Georgie. And they are on their way to her sister's honeymoon. Let that sink in, guys. They're having normal chit-chat and his phone dings. And, you know, like he's got a message. And, of course, you know, Darcey's little ears are like, bing! Oh, my God. Who is that?
Conan.
What is that? Who is it?
Conan.
Is someone...
Conan.
Is someone messaging you? Someone DMing you? He's apparently getting messages from girls that he's dated, I guess, and they're texting to see how he's doing. And then at least one in particular, he said the word girls, so I don't know. But Darcey wants to know if Georgie has let these people know that he has a girlfriend. Like, she feels like online he still looks single, and she really does not want him to look single. She wants everyone to know that she is his girlfriend and he is off the market, so stop contacting him, y'all.
Yep. Which I just think is hilarious because I think I tried to find his Instagram. Like, he's got thousands of followers. Like, yeah. You can't get mad. You know what I thought of, Sasha? I was like, I want to find his Instagram and go put fire emojis on his pictures.
Oh, you know what, though? Now after this episode's aired, I wonder if, like, a bunch of people have done that.
I'm sure.
We're gonna have to go check just to be like, yeah, snarky.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check on that. You're right though. That would be funny. She's just so ridiculous. Good Lord. Okay. So yeah, he kind of like, I don't know, gives a slight head shake. It's not really encouraging. I can see Darcey like trying to hold it together right now. She looks like she's like her head's about to spin and fly off of her body. And then we cut over. Florian and Stacey arrive at the beach house, and it's really cute. And he picks her up and he carries her over the threshold, and you know that's sweet. And I'm wondering while I'm watching this if Darcey's going to demand that Georgie carry her over the threshold. It could be like when we get married.
Oh, I didn't even think about that actually.
You know how she likes to like. It's like we're walking down the aisle. It's like we're doing the yeah.
True.
So that's what I thought. I'm like, maybe she'll be like, oh, carry me over the threshold. It's our, you know, our mock honeymoon.
True.
Georgie and Darcey arrive, and Georgie, this is very sweet of Georgie. Georgie wants to call and not just like knock on the door or barge in because, you know, it is their honeymoon and they may be getting up to something and he doesn't really want to walk in on them. And Darcey's just like, what are you talking about? Just basically like walk in, knock on the door, barge in. But Georgie, I like Georgie. He's trying to be respectful.
It was, but like, what I was thinking with that is obviously Florian and Stacey know they're coming. So I was kind of wondering what the time frame was. Like,
yeah, I can't tell.
Did they get there at like noon and now it's like 3 o'clock so they could be doing something? Or were they 10 minutes behind them and they were trying to, you think they were trying to get a quickie in?
It looks like they've changed and unpacked and gotten all comfy. So it looks like there is some time that has passed in between these two. And then in the confessional, so this was a little, I think Georgie meant one thing and Darcey like thought it was the other, because then in the confessional, Darcey is kind of saying like it's not going to happen. And Georgie is like grinning and smiling. And Darcey's like says, do you remember this? The twins, you know, they share a lot, but they don't share everything. And kind of like alluding to this like threesome, like Georgie, I feel like Darcey thought that whatever little comment Georgie made was basically insinuating that he wanted a SILVA sandwich. And I did not get this at all from his comment.
There's got to be a backstory. There definitely has to be a backstory.
Maybe, but her mind, she's crazy. And she like always thinks that he's wanting someone else or he's talking to other people or he, you know, like
that's true.
She's so freaking insecure that her brain just like goes there with everything. But I like how he was just smiling and like playing it off. Like, oh, okay, this is what she thinks. Like, all right. And just kind of laughing about it.
Oh, he was probably like, oh, if this is what she thinks, is it possible?
I mean, I really like how easily he's able to like let her crazy roll off his back, because I would be like, what is wrong with you? That is not what I said. This is why she drove Jesse and Tom crazy, because of all these little comments and these insecurities and this like craziness. You need a special type of guy that can handle it and just like let it go and let it go. And not fight with you about it. And
100%.
Jesse was definitely not there. I feel like I would act like Jesse. Like, I'd be livid and annoyed greatly by your presence after that.
You would have. I probably would have been I would have been more, like, quiet like Tom and just not even, like, pressing it, but hating it on the backside.
No, at this point in my life, I would be like Jesse. When I was younger, I'd be more like Tom. But now, my husband actually asked me the other night why I'm so mean now. Or he said I've gotten meaner. And I said, you're right, I have. And he said, why are you so mean? And I said, well, because I got 3 dogs, 2 children, and a husband. And everyone wants freaking attention all the time. And I'm like, I was nicer when I was younger because I only had to take care of myself. I only had one person to take care of. I'm like, now everyone's so damn needy. I can't take it anymore. So yeah, so somebody like Darcey, like that just triggers my like emotional overload, and I can't take it.
Yeah.
I can't take it. So they all arrive. They get in the door. Everyone's happy. They're popping bottles. Champagne's flowing. And this really makes me just want to go on a vacation, Alicia.
I have been having FOMO from all of these shows and all of their vacations and all of their things. I'm like, I want to go.
Mm-hmm. So bad. I want to go. I want to just rent a beach house with some friends and hang out and lounge and drink and eat. And if someone wants to bring a hot boyfriend who can cook for all of us, I mean, that'd be preferable. Just saying. Yeah.
That wouldn't be me.
Yeah. Anyone? Let's see. So far, Georgie, and I say cooking because Georgie is awesome and he is cooking for everybody. And Florian is like, yeah, he doesn't like to cook. I don't blame you, Florian. Me neither. Stacey says he fits in way better than the other 2 guys, Jesse and Tom.
100%.
We all agree. I think everyone in the world agrees. And Georgie is serving up the food, and he's telling Darcey that she's his queen, which is really cute. And
it is.
I mean, you could see her little face. She is just pleased as punch. So it's cute. This is exactly what Darcey needs, this type of a guy. So hopefully he can stick with it. The food looks great. It's all making me hungry. Everyone cheers. And now, you know, because we're having a good time, we need to put an end to it. So.
That is the rule with Darcey and Stacey.
It is the rule. If dinner is going well, we must bring up something to put an end to that because fun is not allowed. So Darcey's trying to pull some conversation out of Georgie about his past, I guess. She feels like she doesn't really know that much about him and she's not getting any of her questions answered and as much from him as she wants. I mean, he's like, I'm an open book. Ask me whatever you want. I'll tell you. And she's wanting him. I think what she really wants is like her picture plastered all over his online Instagram and Facebook and whatever other, you know, places he has. And she wants everything. She wants to be introduced to his friends, his family.
And this is my baby, like wants that statement piece for sure.
Exactly. So she's freaking out because she doesn't have it yet. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how long this has been now. And yeah, they're in quarantine, so they're essentially living together all of a sudden after like going out on a couple dates. But it can't be more than like 2 months. So, you know, and it's COVID and it's quarantine, so I don't know. I don't know if I'd expect him to be plastering me all over social media. I'm not sure how I would feel. I guess I'd have to be in her shoes. But I don't think I would be throwing a freaking fit about it at my sister's honeymoon that I crashed.
No.
So here's where we get into it. The little teasers that, you know, were online about Georgie possibly having a kid. They really stretched for this one. I didn't think he did, but this was a big stretch. So he's cooks up this nice meal for the 4 of them, and it looks like it's on their first night. So Darcey's complaining about everything, and she's complaining about this one particular post. So she's complaining about the fire emoji that Georgie put up a picture. Somebody commented with some fire emojis. Georgie, she asked Georgie who it was, and Georgie, if Georgie knew the girl, and he said yes. And she asked if he had dated her, and Georgie said yes. A while ago, I had dated her. And Darcey
a year ago, to be exact.
Well, he said no. He said the last time he had any contact with her was a year ago.
That's right.
So, but he said he dated her a while back, the last time he had any contact. So Darcey jumps, of course, you know, has gone now to this girl's page, and she sees that this girl has a newer baby. And so her mind thinks, okay, so he dated her in the past. could this in any way, shape, or form be Georgie's baby? And
right, because a little over a year ago was last contact. Did they sleep together? Is this now his baby?
Yeah. But
it's a newborn.
But a year ago still, and however old the baby is, if the baby was like a month or two, like still do the math. People aren't pregnant for 11 months. 12
But
months.
if it's like a couple months old and it was 9 months ago, like, you know, if it's been 11 months since they had contact or 12 months since they have contact.
If it's been 12 months since they have contact and the baby
would be about 3 months.
Baby would have to be like, and then it's a couple months later. So that'd be 14 months. So baby would have to be like 6-7 months old. If you're pregnant for 9 months.
Right.
Okay. And now a year, the baby would be 3 months old if the last time you had contact was a year. And then now it's several months later that Darcey has found this out. So the baby's got to be like 5 or 6 months old. So I didn't look at the photos. I didn't go to Instagram. I didn't look up this chick. It's probably lost in the sea of comments anyways. But the baby would have, it would take this is a stretch. This is a pretty freaking big stretch.
That's where I'm really curious too, because when she brings it up and she talks about it, like, again, it's her crazy, but justify it. Like, Taylor, like, look, you said you last saw this girl last February. She just posted that she has a 3-month-old. That could realistically be yours if you guys had sex that day. Yeah. Like, justify it. Don't just get pissy and crazy.
But I mean, like Georgie said, how fire emojis equate to I had a baby with this chick. Like, you're off your rocker. So
my best girlfriends put fire emojis on my messages, for crying out loud. Like,
what have you been doing with them?
I might have a baby with my girlfriends. Haven is mine. Sorry, Michael. I don't know how we made that happen, but
I don't know, but she does have dark hair. So.
I know, I miss my baby.
Okay, so all right, so this is at the table what she shares with Stacey and Florian. This whole like how she got to this. And then she asked Georgie outright, "Is this your baby?" And Georgie is just kind of like taken aback. Like, he doesn't even know where this crazy is coming from.
He's a little confused. Like, he literally looks like he just completely switched conversations and he's zoned it all out.
Yeah. I mean, he looks totally confused. Like, what is going on? I mean, when they got to this part, were you asleep or were you watching?
Oh, I was watching. I was watching. By this point, I was up and at him.
So what was your gut reaction when she said, "Is this your baby?" Did you think, like, yes or no? Like, gut reaction?
No.
No. Okay, same. So, guys.
No, because I felt like it came out of the blue, too. I'm like, wait a minute. It almost felt like their road trip there, their time there, these little conversations, these little digs. I was like, did we miss something? Like, what?
I don't know. We missed the producer setting something up and or Darcey just being batshit crazy. One of the two.
I go for option 2.
Yeah. Yeah. The producers are like, let's just put this little nugget of information in there.
More drama, they would have used it because they needed it in the show.
Huh?
I said if there would have been more drama and more conversation, they would have used it because especially this episode, there was a lot of dead space in the first episode.
There is a lot of dead space and there's a lot of reaching. So Georgie's like, no, I didn't. And she is way over dramatic about this, storms off into the house crying.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why what's it? You're looking a little nervous right now. Yes, you have a child with her. Yes,
No.
And he's just still there, being calm, and he comes in and sweetly asks her what's going on.
Florian's not doing much.
Well, Florian's not doing anything. Florian's like, thank God this is you and not me.
I will say, so when Stacey went in to comfort her sister, I will say, dude, my heart did reach for her because it sucks to be burned so bad and so many times. Like, I truly think that's why she's so crazy. I think
yeah. But
we've only seen, this is her 3rd relationship we've seen play out.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a little more dramatics, but like, I don't trust men either. I mean, I'm so used to having the best first date or the best time with them and then never hearing from them again, that when I go on a first date, I'm immediately like, oh, they're never going to call me again.
Yeah.
And when she's sitting there crying and she's like, I'm just so sick of it. Like, I don't think she necessarily means the men. I think she's sick of how she feels, and she's sick of not being able to get past it.
She needs to go back to that therapist and get a handle on
a
this.
lot of therapy, lot of personal development. She needs a 1-year intensive program.
She does.
She really does.
Because, I mean, thank God that Georgie is chill, and he's, like, coming in and, like, hey, like, it's okay, and being sweet and calm, because I'd be like, you have off your rocker, you've lost your mind, we were having a great evening, like, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this nonsense all weekend or however long they're staying. Like, I'm out. I'm done. Peace out.
Especially with this accusation, because this is legit saying, like,
this is so far reaching. It is insane.
It'd be like if your husband, if somebody gave birth, and you knew that 9 months ago Michael saw her at a barbecue and he disappeared for 2 seconds to pee. What, did you fuck her in the bathroom? Is that your baby? Like, that's exactly how far reach this is. It's like,
it's crazy. It's crazy. So I mean,
I know that's how Haven happened, but you know,
she's pissed. She doesn't know 100% about everything about him. I mean. And he's like, well, what do you want to know? All she has to do is she asks him things. And she already asked him, like, tell me straight out, is this your baby or not? And he said no. But, you know, she's dog with the bone. She ain't letting it go. So she asks him again, I just need to know, is this your baby? Again, no, not my baby. She still doesn't want to accept his answer. And she just, I think she just wants to have, like, she wants a reason to cry.
Yeah, I think if she was, this is why I think, you know, this episode really showed me too with her craziness. She just needs help. Because
she needs help.
I think if she had everything she wanted, even if she had like all the pictures on his Instagram were of her and him and my queen, my this, my that, my that, and somebody put a fire emoji, she'd still be like, well, who is that? Oh, she's jealous. Trying to think. Nothing's going to make this girl happy.
No, I mean, it's sad. And I just want to yell at her, like, Darcey, like, the negative attention is not good attention. You're acting like a freaking child. Get over it. You were having, like, a really great moment. He's cooking for you. He's calling you his queen. Like, he's being sweet and nice and hanging out with your family.
I'll take him.
And you just, like, you can't do it. You can't enjoy the good. You got to make it into a negative, crazy moment in order to get that more attention from him and from everybody of like, it's okay, it's all right, you poor thing.
And Lord, I hope it was just for the cameras, and that's why he's so chill too, is because he knows her differently outside of it. Because if this is really,
I hope so, because
she ain't making it anywhere. She'll never be with anyone.
No, because that's just straight up aggravating and annoying. You can't take that forever. It's just not possible.
Yep. Exactly. So.
Green juice. All right, so on we go. Okay. Enough ranting about that particular moment. But I can't help it. Let us know what you guys think. Next day comes and they head out to the beach, and Darcey explains in her confessional that, you know, maybe she overreacted a little bit. A little. You think? So Georgie is kind of on the same wavelength here in that he's not real excited about this beach day. He's kind of shook up from the night before. He definitely thinks Darcey overreacted, and he's really not quite sure what he's going to do with her. And if, you know, now it's kind of making him second guess himself. Like, should I propose to her? Is this something that could even realistically work out? I mean, and I think he's right he's justified in having these feelings because she's losing her mind.
This was a very awkward and weird.
It was. You could feel the tension watching it. It was one of those, like, you want to, like, hide under your, like, blanket while you're watching.
Yeah.
So, poor Georgie. And he's, you know, I feel like some of the guys, too, would have just been like, I'm not feeling good. I don't want to go to the beach day. I'm going to stay behind at the house. But he went, and he just wants to lay down and chill out and have a moment of peace. And Darcey just, he's bugging him and bugging him and bugging him. And finally he's like, I just need to like clear my head and go for a walk. So he takes off and goes for a walk. And then Florian, I really like how these two guys have kind of like bonded over. It's so cute. So Florian's like, I'm going to go talk to him. I'm going to go help him out.
I think Florian did it because of when Georgie did it.
Oh, yeah, when he came and helped him out.
Again, another body of water.
Always.
This time it's the ocean, though, I mean.
It's so sweet, though. I really like their dynamic. I like the two guys. I think, they're both trying to be there for each other.
I think it all works. Like, Darcey and Stacey kind of have their thing over here.
Yeah.
And then the two guys are completely opposite, and they've got each other over here. I love it. I actually do really love that.
I do love that. And they're just trying to, like, navigate how to deal with these girls crazy.
100%.
And, like, not lose it. So, it's cute. So the guys chat, Florian is telling Georgie, like, she's just been hurt a lot. And I think, if you give her a little more, like, she'll calm down, a little more stability. And so Georgie did Georgie flat out say, I want to propose to her? I can't remember. Because I just remember hearing Florian say, yeah, I think if you do propose to her, that, like, she'll be much better because she'll feel a lot more stable and secure. But I can't remember. I think Georgie either said he doesn't know if he should propose to her, or Florian just said, like, when you propose to her, like, things will be better. So they kind of talk it out a little bit, and Georgie's like, okay, so you think, like, she'll be a little less crazy if I propose? And Florian's like, yeah, let's go with that. Like, you should try it. You should definitely do it. So, well, he's not Darcey's biggest fan. He at least isn't telling the guy, like, run, head for the hills, buddy.
No, because he doesn't want to be stuck with the two of them alone.
You're right. He's like, I like you. You can stay. Please stay.
Georgie is his only shot at getting alone time with Stacey, okay?
And Georgie's his only shot at having, like, a sane friend around, a guy friend. So sad. So sad. So, let's see. And then meanwhile, in the confessional, though, Florian tells us what he really thinks of Darcey's drama.
There's some drama, a little, to be the big things or stupid things. Understand?
And then they come back, and Georgie has a beautiful romantic boat ride planned for Darcey. I can't tell the timeline of this because now Darcey's got on this, like, big, beautiful flowing dress, and he's got his bag. Like, I couldn't tell if they had, like, gone home and gotten changed, or because of the way the scene ended. It was basically like he's talking to Florian, they start walking back, and then now he's walking up to Darcey and saying, like, I've got a surprise, and she's in that fancy dress, which I wouldn't think you'd lay out in that dress. But
no, I think it is later. I think they went back and kind of changed and did all that. I think the editing on this last episode, I don't know.
It was kind of like almost choppy.
It was, and it was almost like this last episode was very choppy, and I think it's because they didn't want to drag it into another episode because there wasn't enough footage to make two.
True.
But in order to make it one, it had to be choppy because, like I said, the first 10, 20 minutes of this one was very stretchy.
Yeah.
And if we had to have a full day of that or a full hour of that and only thing happening was that conversation at the beach,
that would have been too much. Yeah.
I wouldn't have watched episode 11.
Yeah. It would have been annoying. So
not happening.
Now they're at this beautiful.
So I think that's what happened because it's clear they went back. It's almost like he had it planned for dinner that night.
Okay. Because, it was still daylight out, so I couldn't quite tell, and it's hard sometimes to tell. But, Georgie's still Georgie's still a little disappointed in, how Darcey flips out about things when things are going great, and he's still not sure what to do about proposing. And this boat ride, is kind of like his idea of when to do this proposal, but now he's still on the fence. So they're on the boat, and the conversation just doesn't feel fun, of course. It's a serious one. Darcey's still upset about him, not being divorced, like, officially on paper. And she's just, coming at him strong about their future. And, and Georgie, I feel like this isn't how I personally want this to happen. But then Georgie, like, pulls out the ring box and says, "What about this?" And essentially proposes to her. I mean, but her face is not a face of like, wow, I finally got everything I've been wanting, which this is what you've been wanting, Darcey, and this is your face. So let's see her face when Jesse gave her the promise ring. And let's see her face when Tom gave her the promise key. Compared to your face when you finally get proposed to by the love of your life. Darcey. Okay. So.
And I don't know if it's because I feel like all of that was not editing, and it's the way he was just like, okay, I think he just got, because when she said, like, if you want to get divorced, make it happen. Figure it out. And she was being very, now, okay, I can see having that conversation if you've been dating someone for a couple of years and they're still not divorced.
Yeah.
But it's been less than 6 months. And I think this was
it's
really
during
his
COVID,
way.
with the courts are closed. Like, what's he supposed to do?
I think this is truly this was his way of like
shutting her up.
Screw it. Yeah. Screw it. I'm just going to see what she says about this.
Yeah.
Hoping to change the whole vibe because he doesn't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah. Well, and he planned that beautiful romantic ride, and she's basically ruining it all. Like, he tried to do something so sweet, and he probably had, like, a really nice fancy, proposal planned. But because of her attitude, he just had to kind of, like, shove a box in her face and be like, stop. Stop it. Stop with your crazy nonsense. Here's the ring. Just shut up. Okay? And it ain't a promise ring. It's a real one. So you want to marry me or not? All right?
I mean, I guess for her, a proposal is a proposal.
I guess. I mean, she looked a lot happier with the fake ring and a promise key. So
yeah,
maybe he should have started with those and seen where it went. So she starts to cry, and you can see that it, like, finally dawns on her. Like, the wheels start turning up here. She finally figures out what's actually happening. And
then she was like, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
I need a minute or whatever.
For more effect. Yeah, I think she's like, wait a minute. I need a minute. Do you truly love me? Now, this is where I stop and I pause my DVR, and I am just so flustered and annoyed and furious because her acting, sorry guys, is terrible. Okay? And I think this is BS. You can tell this is just like, I doubt the producers put her up to this. She probably just thought, oh, this is a great part that I can try out some acting and, have it be even more dramatic. And so I call bullshit on that. I call bullshit on the way she's like, stop. Do you really love me? You truly love me, don't you? And the nonsense. I call bullshit. I think she was just trying
100%. Something she's hinted about, something she's wanted for years.
Yeah.
We've been watching her.
Yeah.
And she says, wait, I need a minute?
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Jump up, smile. She was way more genuine in, like, the first season with Jesse before she got some of this TLC fame. And then now it's just ridiculous. So that kind of, it was really disingenuous, and it really, really bugged me about this episode. TLC, please do better. We don't need the fake drama. She brings enough drama. We don't need the fake drama. Cut it out. If she's acting like that, like, and you can see it's freaking shitty acting. Just cut it out.
There was so much wrong with this episode.
So bad.
I've been happy to not even have a season 10.
Well,
or an episode 10.
Well, there may be, I mean, is there going to be a reunion? But wait, there's more.
There's always more.
I don't know if there's going to be a reunion. I haven't looked. Anyone, let me know in the comments. Reunion?
It'd be interesting to see if it had something, yeah.
That would be interesting, though. So, okay. So, rant over. She obviously says, and the second she says it, I feel like the internet is flooded with all the engagement photos. So, she says yes, and then all of a sudden, everywhere you look, there are engagement photos of her and Georgie. So,
yep.
We all knew the instant it happened. And finally, maybe, she can now, Darcey is finally happy, and now she can make out with Georgie and enjoy her romantic boat ride. Hopefully.
I know. I wish she would have enjoyed it from the start, though.
I know. I wish she would have, too. So now she gets to just wait until the next fire emojis show up, courtesy of Alicia, and until she, blows the gasket again. So, yeah.
But do it.
Yeah, next time, you'll just have to, borrow someone's baby or something. Borrow Grayson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got to make him a little older.
Yeah, be like, oh,
When he
look,
gets home.
I got this 4-year-old. It could be his.
I know. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed little kid.
You weren't with him then. So
Exactly.
Darcey announces, so then they get back to the beach house. And Darcey, is all smiles and all excited. And, they tell Stacey and Florian they have something to announce. And then she, holds up her hand. And that's cute. I'm glad. And her sister, and I did
In case you guys didn't know who's the married one and who's the single one.
No.
We both put our hands up.
Well, yeah, and I'm the one always talking about my damn kids. So, my cute, adorable, sweet children. They never do anything bad, ever.
No. Not when they're with other people.
No, they never hit me and kick me and throw food at me. Never. But I love the little buggers. So she tells them, and I like that when they pan over to Florian and Stacey, their looks are of genuine happhappiness for Darcey. Unlike Darcey.
Florian
Yes.
smiled.
He smiled. You actually got a happy look from him. They were
It
just
took 10 episodes to get it related to Stacey and Darcey, but you got it.
It was cute, though. It was sweet. It was
It
sweet
was.
to see them really happy, and it was sweet to see Darcey happy. So I'm glad that we got to end on at least a positive note and a happy note, and
Yes.
where one sister wasn't throwing shade at the other. So it was nice. And Darcey, I just want you to know that your sister's face right here, this is what it looks like to be genuinely happy for someone. So maybe you should try it out next time. And then the twins are both ugly crying now, and everything is right with the world.
Yep.
Except for the massive worldwide pandemic. But hey, Darcey is getting
But
married.
hey, it happens, right?
So we gotta celebrate. So, Alicia, I think we should cheers. Ready? Cheers. And I even got my wedding flutes out, so
You do. I'm an energy drink.
Cheers to Darcey and Georgie and to Stacey and Florian. Oh.
Yes. Can't wait to see your wedding specials on TLC.
Yep. And we are going to end with just a little clip of Darcey and Stacey's little song. So here you go.
Enjoy.
This is it's cute.
It's on. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna walk down that aisle. Yeah. I said I do. I said I do. I said I do. Oh. And I said do.
Cheers, guys.
And it's a wrap. So that's it, guys. That's a wrap for season 1 of Darcey and Stacey. And it took several years, but the girls finally did it. They landed a man, one is married, and one's on her way. I'm going to guess, like we were talking about earlier, if there is another season, it's going to be focused on Darcey making it down the aisle and her crazy, antics of being a bridezilla. But
Yep, and I think it'll be it won't be like Darcey and Stacey season 2. I think it'll just be
it'll be a special.
Darcey's trip down the aisle.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be
Or 3
cute if it was
episodes
like a 3-episode special or something,
That would be really cute.
Just to get us there. But yeah, so that's our thoughts. That's our prediction. Let us know what you guys think. You guys think there's going to be a second season? Do you even want a second season? I don't know. I'm not super invested. I am more invested, I feel like, with some of the other 90 Day cast members.
Yep.
So we'll probably do some bouncing over to that for you guys. But as always, please go ahead if you have not, hit that like button for us. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode and what you guys all think. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming reviews. Next, we are going to be starting Below Deck. So Below Deck Season 8 with Captain Lee. So that's going to be our next adventure. And I know it's already started, but we may do some videos on 90 Day the Other Way. So I do really like that one. So might do some videos on that. But we're definitely going to be doing Below Deck. So stay tuned. And yeah, come back to our channel and join us for more clips and Below Deck Season 8.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Mwah. We love you. Bye.